And today we're going to be going over one of my least favorite and probably one of the worst parks in America. The worst parks in America. Needless to say, I was definitely a little harsh in that last video. And after the response I got back from everybody, I decided to give the park a second chance, and after my recent visit to Elitch Gardens, I've collected some things that I feel like Elitch Gardens does exceptionally well. While Eliches definitely has its fair share of downfalls like every park does, these are some of the things I feel like Elitch Gardens is known for, and also some things that you can look for on your next Elitch Gardens trip that might make it just a little bit better. Alright, so starting off our list, I feel like it'd be a crime if I didn't mention the beautiful setting that Elitch Gardens offers. Nestled in the center of the Front Range in beautiful Denver, Colorado, just minutes from downtown Denver and pretty much a 30-minute drive from the gateway to the Rockies, Elitch Gardens offers a great setting with great views of the mountains and great views of the Denver skyline. Whether you're ascending the lift on Twister 2 or even on Mind Eraser, Elitch Gardens offers some great views, and for those of you who are not from Colorado, it really is breathtaking. I know a lot of us Coloradans take it for granted, but the sights in the state really are beautiful, and they really are kind of what make Elitch Gardens a great place to visit. Staying on the topic of general park setting, one thing I've always found is that Eliches keeps its sidewalks and pathways exceptionally clean. While there may be a lot of blacktop and a general lack of theming, Elitch Gardens does a great job keeping its pathways clean. I've also found that they have a lot of benches and a lot of places to rest on hot Colorado summer days. Another thing that Eliches has going for it is its very straightforward park layout. Now call me a home park bias here, call me a Colorado native, but I feel like with the layout, having the water park on the right, dry park on the left from the park entrance is fairly straightforward, and I feel like no matter where you're placed in Elitch Gardens, whether it's your first time or your 100th time, it's fairly straightforward to find your way around. A lot of signage helping you out as well, and I feel like that's part of what makes Elitch Gardens' layout very accessible to the public, which I can appreciate. Now I know that a lot of you are probably thinking that park layout should be straightforward and they should be simple. That should be the standard. However, through my travels, I've found that that's often not the case. Parks like Busch Gardens Williamsburg, Hershey Park are classic examples of parks with rather confusing layouts, and this summer when it was my first time visiting these parks, it makes it kind of easy to get turned around and tough to complete those coaster credits, which for me kind of was a turnoff for the park, made it a little bit of a damper in the day, and I feel like that's something that Elitch Gardens is able to provide a decent service with having that nice, simple layout. Moving on to parking, a lot of parks take for granted the parking situations that they have available. Elitch Gardens is stuck on a very, very small plot of land. However, I feel like Elitch Gardens does a great job using their space, and for $20 paying with card, $25 paying with cash, it really is a relatively affordable way, obviously considering your downtown central location, to park your car, and there's a lot of spots available, which I feel like, in general, is a very, very helpful thing to have. It means you're not going to be searching for spots forever, it means you're generally going to be closer to the park, and their parking lot overall is usually in good shape. I'm always able to have pretty minimal lines at the ticket booths, so overall parking at Elitch Gardens is a plus for me. Another win for Elitch Gardens is its exceptional kiddie area. The kiddie area at Elitch Gardens is located right from the front of the park, so those families don't have to travel too far to get their kids on some rides real fast, and the quality of the kiddie area as well is on par with some of the best that I've seen out there. A lot of Cedar Fair parks boasting their Camp Snoopy lands. Those are considered to be the cream of the crop when it comes to kiddie lands, but I feel like Elitch Gardens, for being a small local park, is very much on par with those. They have a kiddie coaster, they have a solid collection of flat rides, and I'd say for the most part, the lines are small. There's always operators for every single ride, and I'd say in general, the kiddie area is executed exceptionally well. Another major win for Elitch Gardens sits 100 feet tall at the back of the park. Twister 2, the Hensel Phelps construction wooden roller coaster, I feel like is an excellent addition to Elitch Gardens. Now say what you want about its smoothness, its layout, and overall just the ride in general, but I feel like for Elitch Gardens, it's an exceptional wooden coaster to have in my home park. It's a replica of the original Mr. Twister at the original Elitch Gardens location, which was kind of over in Lakewood area of Denver, which is about 5 miles to the west of the current location. And for being an older layout with a relatively new build, I feel like Twister 2 is a solid coaster that's a great coaster to have at my home park. And something else that I can always appreciate about Twister 2 is even on those hot summer days, it's always going to be running, and I think every single time I've been there, they've always been running 2 trains with very minimal lines, and I feel like the operators on this ride are the best of the best in the park. I don't need to go on and on about how great Twister 2 is for Elitch Gardens, but if you'd like to see a full review of this ride, I'll go ahead and link one in the cards at the top right hand corner of your screen. And let's head on to the next section, which is going to be Elitch Gardens' great collection of flat rides. Now, say what you want about the quality or your enjoyment of flat rides, but nonetheless, Elitch Gardens has a great collection. Although they're lacking a lot of the modern Zamperla flat rides, their rides such as Brain Drain, Slingshot, Starflyer, Tower of Doom are great additions to the park. Tower of Doom especially, one of the most jaw-dropping drop towers I've ever been on. A very powerful drop, and nonetheless, the sightlines on that ride are amazing. Going to be the tallest views in the park on an attraction that is, and Tower of Doom is one of those rides that really is kind of a nice centerpiece to the park and really helps Elitch Gardens to kind of add on more adrenaline-based attractions. Whether you're an adrenaline junkie or not, Elitch Gardens has a great collection of tame flat rides as well, going back to their solid collection in the kiddie area, as well as a nice scrambler, a spider, and that turn-of-the-century swinging ride, kind of in the centerpiece of that park surrounded by water, is a great sightline to have in the middle of the park, and a very picturesque photo spot as well. Now, I know that a lot of people are quick to judge and quick to throw shade on the fact that Elitch Gardens often closes at 6 p.m. at night. One of the best things about theme parks is seeing how they come alive at night. Elitch Gardens has a great downtown location, so it's really cool to see that skyline at night. However, when they often close at 6 p.m., it's a little bit of a turnoff. However, one pro that makes Elitch Gardens a very special place is fireworks. Now, it usually only happens 3 to 4 times a year, those usually being Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and usually another day sprinkled in through there. Fireworks at Elitch Gardens are something you don't want to miss. Some of my earliest memories from the park come from watching fireworks on summer evenings in the park. And one thing I can say about this is that now coming to the park as a coaster enthusiast, it's kind of changed my perspective on the park. I'm not seeing it for what it's worth, and memories of those first fireworks nights are something that really makes Eliches special. It's a great place for locals to hang out, and seeing those fireworks on those capstone nights of the summer are really help to what make Elitch Gardens special. And also, the park comes alive at night, I will say. For the 4-5 nights a year that it is open past dark, Elitch Gardens has a great night presence and a lot of great lighting packages throughout the park as well. If you are able to stay past sunset, I would highly recommend it, and definitely don't miss those fireworks. Alright, so I hope this video was able to help you kind of realize why Elitch Gardens really has a lot going for it. Now, I know in that last video I bashed it pretty good for its coaster collection, and to be frank with you guys, I do still hold a lot of those truths. The coaster collection in Eliches is not elite, but for my home park, I gotta take it for what it is. Now, with that being said, I hope this video was able to help you get a new perspective for Elitch Gardens. Elitch Gardens is not only home to some thrilling coasters, but also for a solid family presence for local Coloradans, and also for those of you outside of Colorado. I would highly recommend you visit Elitch Gardens, whether it's just to get the credits and leave, or for a nice pleasant day at the park. Trust me, if you catch it on a good day, it won't disappoint. I know I bashed it in that last video, and hopefully I was able to make it up to you guys in this one. Thank you for watching. My name is Theme Parker, and I'll see you in the next one.